guys, welcome back to the series of tutorials on C++. I am Deepak Punyal and we are discussing STL. So in previous tutorial we discussed about all the containers, and now I am going to discuss a new thing here, which is pair template. It's not part of container library, but we'll still discuss it as it's very important and commonly used in programming. So syntax of pair is something like this. You have to write pair, then you have to provide two types here, type 1 and type 2. As you can understand this template from its name, that it is pair, and we have discussed this thing briefly in map. So I hope you are already aware about this. And then we have to write name of the pairs. So it's going to create two pairs, both having first object of type 1 and second object of type 2. So what it is going to do, it will basically create an object something like this. It will be called first and it will be called second, right? So if this is p1, so you can access this element using p1.first and this element using p1.second. So some functions that are used in the pair are equal, so it will assign values to pair. There is function like swap, and it will swap the content of pair like this, p1 dot swap p2. And then another function that you are already familiar with, make pair. So it's going to create and return a pair having objects defined by parameter list. So I will tell you what it means. But before that, let's discuss about its operators first. And it has operators like equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to. So all these things are going to compare between two pairs, and the comparison is going to be lexicographic, right? So there will be a lexicographic comparison between two pairs. Now let's take some examples so that you can understand the pairs that we have discussed till now. So you can create a pair like this. I want to create a pair having two values and both the values are integers. So one is p1 and p2. If you want to initialize one of these variables, you can also do something like this, maybe int then p1 and pass two values here. So it will create a pair like this, 1 and 2, and its name will be p1. Clear? Let's create one more pair having a integer value and string value, and its name will be p3. Now you can use make pair function, and when you use make pair function you don't need to write the type. So I can write it like this, p1 equal to make pair, and then you can pass some values here, maybe 1 2. So it is again going to create something like this. If you don't write this line here, so it will again create similar to this. You can create p2 using make pair, and the values that you pass here will create something like this, 2 and 4. And as we have integers here and string in this case, so when you call this function make pair, you need to pass values of different types. One is integer and another is string, and it is going to create something like this, right? You can copy one pair to another pair, so you can do so while creating another pair. Let's suppose I am creating one pair having both the value integer and its name is p4. So you can pass p1 here, and in this case, as p1 is 1 2, so it will make p4 which will have values 1 and 2, right? Suppose you want to compare two pairs and you do something like this, p1 equal to p2. So you know that p1 is 1 2 and p2 we don't have any, we have values 2 and 4. So you can see these values are not equal, neither these values are equal, so it's going to give us false. But if you want to get true from this, then these values should be equal. So this is going to give us false. But if you compare like P1 equal to P4, this is going to give us true. It is just because we have these two values equals P1 and P4, right? So that's it. It is all about containers in STL. In the next tutorial, we are going to discuss about algorithms of STL, and finally we will discuss the STL iterators. I hope you will find this tutorial interesting and helpful for rapid and effective software development. And I am also sure that it's going to help you a lot in competitive programming where speed and accuracy matters a lot. So I think this is enough for this tutorial. See you in the next video. Till then, thank you so much.